here's something I really want to talk about. Bernie Sanders. He's a guy that everyone seems to like. Pretty much everyone that doesn't either like Trump or Hillary. Anyone that doesn't like Bernie Sanders pretty much just likes one of those two. I'm a libertarian, of course, so I hate all three of the main candidates. And we'll vote for either Gary Johnson or some other libertarian running for president. Okay, so Bernie Sanders, what's going for him is he's a socialist that wants to make free healthcare, free college, and you need a doctor. And you know, he wants to tax the rich further. And they already pay the most in taxes, by the way. Yeah, they have crony capitalism going on, sure, but they pay more in taxes than the middle class, like 6%. And Bernie wants to make them pay more. Well, they're already paying more. He's like, how do I do an impression of him? The rich need to pay more to pay their fair share. Nah, that's a bit too low. The rich need to pay their fair share for the common man. I don't know. Anyways, Bernie's full of bullshit. Alright, Bernie Sanders more like bullshit Sanders. And feel to burn? Well, I think you need some ointment then. Feel to burn. Really? Feel to burn is based off of feel to burn, which applies to exercise. You know, feel to burn, work those abs, work those plants. Yeah, that. It applies to that. They made a pun of it, so it's feel to burn. And that's dumb. Pun, it's not a good pun, it's not a punny pun. And it's for a dumb candidate, so it's dumb. Look guys, nothing's free, let's be honest. If it's a material good or service, it costs money. It's not free. People can give stuff away for free, but it costs some money somewhere down the line. Free samples of food at like Costco, that costs money to make. You're losing at least a little bit of money to provide that for free to entice you to buy the whole thing, the whole product. Then you have special events where you give out hot dogs and burgers and Monster Energy drinks and other shit. That's free for you, but they had to pay for it, so they're losing some money. So they're being rather generous. Oh, sorry, my cat's just, being real feisty. Bernie's just a dumb guy. Here, you want to see my cat? Here's my cat. Here's Kit Kat, see? Here's Kit Kat. Yeah, that's her. that's who was bothering me last video. Bernie Sanders, so everything costs money, and yet Bernie Sanders is trying to convince everyone that he can make it free. He can make college free. He can make college and healthcare. Okay, really terrible impression. You know, a doctor and tons of other shit free. Well, you know how much that's just gonna cost? At least $70 billion for his free stuff. That doesn't sound free to me. $70 billion in taxes, which is gonna take from the rich, because they suck. You know, I mean, that's dumb alone. A politician that promises you free stuff is done with just that alone. Actually, it's my brother's cat. A politician that says, I can give this stuff to you for free, it's obviously fucking lying. Look at economics. Everything costs money, at least in terms of material goods and services. You ain't getting anything for free. Someone had to pay it down the line. So stop trying to lie to us, Bernie, and tell us that this stuff is free, because it's not. Also, let's talk gun control, which politicians always enjoy bringing up. You know, they're more obsessed with guns than freaking gun owners. Oh, sorry, she's really feisty now. Okay, I should distract me. Look, he wants to ban assault weapons. So that AR-15, which I think is on the assault weapons ban list, he wants to ban it. It's semi-automatic, it's black, it's scary, it's used in all these shootings, they need to ban it. Sorry. It's doing all these shootings, they need to ban it. You know, for the children and for the people. Well, handguns are mostly used in most shootings. Handguns are used in most shootings. Not these big old scary assault or machine gun rifles. The AR-15 is which the AR-15 is neither of which. An assault rifle has select fire. It can fire either semi-automatic, burst, and or fully automatic. AR-15 only fires semi-automatic. It only got two settings: safety and semi-automatic. It can't fire more than one bullet per trigger pull. It can't. and yet they're still calling it an assault rifle and a machine gun, both of which are capable of either fully automatic fire or burst fire. And that shows politicians and a lot of media don't know about guns, and yet they want to regulate them. And yet people support it, which is dumb. Which is really dumb. Why would you want someone who doesn't know something about it regulated based on that alone? It doesn't make any sense. And last I checked, the Second Amendment protected the right to bear arms. No arms in particular. Arms. Guns. If it's a gun, you can own it at least. At least that alone. All guns, all protected. Banning guns doesn't keep anyone safe, okay? Criminals get them. You can have a straw purchase of the guns. You know, it doesn't protect anyone. It just infringes upon your rights, makes it hard for law-abiding citizens to get a gun, and it just empowers criminals to have unarmed victims. And yet people still... An assault weapon is also a politically charged term. There's not like a universally, nationally agreed definition on assault weapons, so basically what they just do, what these politicians do to try and ban these guns, is they take a bill, slap on a list of all these firearms that need to be banned, and they call it an assault weapons bill. And they try to pass it. Fines. Gabriel Giffers. You know, Clinton. Those guys. Those assholes. And also, Bernie Sanders complains about the gun show loophole, because that's really fun to mention. We need to close the gun show loophole. It's like, well, no you don't, because there is no such loophole. There's no such loophole because you still need to have a background check, and you still need ID to buy a gun at a gun show. It's like going to the store. So if you don't have that shit, you can't buy a gun from a gun show either. And most criminals get their guns off the black market, which the gun show most certainly isn't a part of. It's a gun show. It's legal. It's out in the open. It's for everyone. It's law-abiding. Who has a wallet, money. You know, it's for them. Not for the criminals. Though, I guess a criminal could buy a gun there or even steal some guns there. But overall, that's not where they're getting their guns from. So, why don't they just shut the fuck up about not only the gun show loophole, but taking away their guns at all? You know, why does Bernie Sanders, Obama, Hillary Clinton, Gabrielle Giffords, Feinstein, Bernie Sanders, oh I already mentioned that, and a whole bunch of other assholes want to take their guns away? It's stupid. I have a right to own what weapon I want to own. I'm not allowed to harm just anyone with it. It has to be justified, it has to be in self-defense, but I'm at least allowed to own the weapon. So Bernie Sanders, not only is he a socialist and promises free things, he wants to ban your guns. He doesn't want to blame gun manufacturers, but he still wants to ban some shit. He keeps saying you don't need an AR-15 to hunt. Well, it's not about hunting, buddy. It's about power against a fighting back against a tyrannical government. That's what the Second Amendment is about. It's not even about self-defense against a burglar or a rapist. It's about self-defense against the government. Yeah, you can legally use your guns for self-defense. It doesn't have to be mentioned in the Constitution, but the Second Amendment wasn't focused on that. That's just like a byproduct of being able to freely own a gun. Is, hey, you can use this to defend yourself against burglars and rapists, in addition to the government. Oh god, this guy's just so stupid. Bernie Sanders, socialist, wants to ban your guns. He's stupid on the war on drugs. He wants to decriminalize marijuana and not legalize it. Decriminalization is better, but still inadequately good when compared to legalization. It's better than prohibition, but it's worse than legalization. Decriminalization is basically, you get in less trouble for this stuff. You can have a certain amount of pot and not get arrested, for example. But if you have any more pot, you'll get arrested, and that's stupid. That is stupid. Decriminalization is basically saying, prohibition is saying, you get in trouble every time. Alright, let me go check something. Decriminalization is basically, you get in trouble every time, all the time you're caught. Yeah, prohibition is basically, sorry, I'm having trouble. Prohibition is basically, you get in trouble every time, all the time you're caught. And decriminalization is basically, you get in less trouble if you're caught, and you get in trouble less often. There's more leeway for just having a substance. But you still get in trouble, that's the point. That's why I'm against decriminalization. I'm for legalization, but not decriminalization. Decriminalization is just less trouble. It's still trouble. legalization of this, no trouble. You don't get in trouble for having this stuff. You don't. You're free to use it. You're free to abuse it. You're free. You didn't commit a crime. So he's for that. That's stupid. He's also for still illegalizing the bad drugs, the hard drugs, the cocaine, crack, meth, heroin. He still wants that illegal, though instead of going to jail, you get forced rehabilitation. Well, I'm like, well, what if they don't want to get better? What if they want to keep their habit? What if it's none of your business to make people get better? You know, what if people have a right to screw up? They shouldn't get forced rehabilitation. It should be available if they want, but it shouldn't be forced on them. It shouldn't be made to get clean. So this guy wants to keep the war on drugs going to an extent. People claim he's so awesome about the marijuana thing, about Mary Jane, pot, devil's grass, whatever the fuck you call it. And that's not gonna work. Also, he's big on forced education. He doesn't like school vouchers. He doesn't like you making the choice other than public school to get an education. He doesn't like voluntary prayer. It's voluntary. It's not forced. It's not required. Yeah, he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to support schools. He doesn't want to support schools that have voluntary prayer. And I'm like, it's voluntary. It's not forced. So why, be discouraged or against funding these schools that allow you to pray? Just, hey, do you want to pray to God? Do you want to pray to Jesus? Do you want to pray to however? You can do it. You don't have to, but you can do it. He doesn't like that. And what else sucks about this asshole? There's something else. I mean, this guy, it's hard to list all the things he sucks. All the reasons he sucks, He doesn't want to get out of other countries' business. He still wants some foreign intervention. I'm not for that, He advocates diplomacy, but it's still foreign intervention. That's not a good thing. Expanding the welfare state, taxing the rich. He wants to control the economy. $15 an hour wage, he supports that. And that's not going to work. That's just going to drive up prices, drive away jobs, drive away employees, lead to more automation, run business out of business. The money's not going to be valuable enough anyway, despite the increase in wage, to meet your living requirements, cost of living. Well, he still supports that. So fuck Bernie Sanders, Fuck him. He can play the I care about you game all he wants, but I'm not gonna buy into it. I know he doesn't care. I know he wants more control. And if he doesn't want more control, if it's just inherently delusional, then that sucks too. Government shouldn't be involved in the economy. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's your money, your business, your life. Spend how you want. And he wants to control that. More socialism. They already got enough in America. He wants more. Yeah. He hates on Trump. Kind of goes on against Hillary Clinton. Bitch. But he sucks in a different way, Wants to fund the police department more. I'm not sure how good that's gonna do. I'm personally for reducing the police department. If you reduce the war on drugs, you reduce crime. If you reduce the war on guns, you reduce crime. I don't think we need more cops patrolling and doing busts and stings and warrants for that. I don't. He's just such a nanny. Bernie Sanders is just such a nanny, Nanny state, nanny guy. Oh, call me, man. Oh, yeah, well, okay, it's kind of my business. Not everyone's suffering. A lot of people are, and that's bad, but you don't have to act like you gotta get involved in everybody's life. That everybody's suffering, that everybody needs insurance, welfare, healthcare, college, that shit. His plan only covers 2-year college degrees, so if you want a 4-year degree or a post-grad degree, it's not gonna cover it all the way. I think he's a bit of a feminist too, and affirmative action kind of guy. I don't like that. Affirmative action isn't good. Reverse racism, not good. Putting the vulnerable group on a pedestal isn't gonna help them. In fact, it even hurt them. So that's not good. Hold on. Oh man, this guy, I swear. Well, he's against it's against privatization on a lot of shit. Social Security, schools, you know, everything. Dumb. I know. So if a politician is against privatization on stuff, that just shows they want to get involved in your life. Private means private. It means personal. It means my business. It means me, my choice, my decision. I control it. It offers more flexibility, and it's none of the government's business. So if politicians against privatization, they want to make everything public. They want to control your life, dig their hand to your wallet. Which is, you know, horrible for the economy. Horrible for freedom. He wants equal pay for women. Funny thing is, there's no gender wage gap. Women get a lot of different jobs than men. There's gonna be a pay difference. It's not due to sexism. And he supports the Violence Against Women Act, whatever the fuck that means. There's already violence. There's already laws against violence. Against men, women, children, even animals. Even the environment in some cases. There's already laws against that, yet they want the Violence Against Women Act. They already support the Violence Against Women Act. Pretty much every politician that's like a feminist, well, every politician that's a feminist, supports the Violence Against Women's Act. It's already illegal to unjustly harm someone. It's already illegal to abuse your kids. It's already illegal to abuse your spouse. It's already illegal to abuse animals. And yet this guy supports this thing. Yeah, he says it applies to men engaged too, but it's still the Violence Against Women's Act. It's still dumb. Violence is already illegal, unless it's in self-defense, or death penalty, or hunting, or euthanasia. You know, it's already illegal. So we don't need any phony baloney acts against it. So this guy, as you can probably tell, is very left-leaning, and that's bad. The right's pretty shitty too, but at least they let you keep your guns. I'm a libertarian. I'm a minarchist. I want less government. I want as little government as possible, in fact, so that I don't get oppressed, and the only thing that needs to get done gets done. I don't get why so many people are turning to the government to help them with their problems. I mean, they're the government. They're just supposed to lead. They ain't supposed to solve. Sure, hold the criminals accountable. Instate some taxes, maybe some involuntary release, maybe all voluntary. And build, I don't know, have private companies build the roads and infrastructure, or, you know, have the police department, fire department funded by the tax dollars, and have courts and the military to protect only this country. And that's pretty much it. We don't need the IRS. We don't need welfare. We don't need all this stuff that the government gives us to be taken away from taxpayers, only to not really help people in the long run, overall. We don't need that. We need a good economy. We need good private voluntary charity. We need people to care, and we need the government to stay the fuck out, because that doesn't help. More freedom helps get a country on track. Less freedom destroys it, obviously. So why are people supporting Bernie Sanders? Why are people supporting Trump? Why are people supporting Clinton? They want to wreck the country in a way that gives you less, takes away your freedom and forwards their power, their money, their agenda. They're not about freedom. They're not about really helping out. They just want more control and money. So I say, don't vote for them, vote libertarian, and just, be more free. Free. And, Bernie Sanders will be Bernie Sanders, Clinton will be Clinton, and Trump will be Trump. They're not going to change. They're not going to change their campaign. They're always going to be jerks. They're always going to be targeting someone unfairly. They're always going to be claiming they're here to help. They're always going to be claiming that we need to do more. So, fuck them. I'm voting Libertarian this November. Not Democrat, not Republican, not Green Party, not Constitution Party. Libertarian. I'm voting that. And I hope you do too.